with some what
Ooh,
the
baby,
fuck?
I like it.
What is these?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Ain't it though?
News.
Yo, so back in 2014, there was a Kansas City man who was caught in the middle of a child support case where he wanted to help a lesbian couple, and I know I've been in this situation. So he made a donation of sperm nearly 5 years ago. Now, instead, he may end up paying for his action. Now, a judge ruled that William Marotta must pay child support, even though he says he signed documents waiving his parental rights. Now, a Shawnee City District Court Judge Mary Mativi said on Wednesday that Marotta failed to conform to Kansas law, which says a licensed physician must be involved in an artificial insemination process. So, documents show the lesbian couple whom Marotta helped conceive a child say they performed the artificial insemination procedure at home. That sounds like to say that he fucked one of them bitches, got them pregnant, and it was the end of the day with that. Now, he was saying that he was just, so the story begins apparently back in 2009. There was a Craigslist post where he noticed them advertising the Topeka couple seeking, donated sperm. Intrigued by the ad, of course, he delivered these cupfuls of sperm for free to the women, gratis, as they say. And one of the women gave birth to a daughter in December 2009. Now, he donated this shit. It was all well and dandy. Apparently, he gave cups. I don't know how that would have worked or what the interview process is to be able to pick someone. He's not the prettiest looking guy, so I wonder if he had really cute baby pictures or something. But no doctors were involved. And apparently that's the one statute here, is that by law it had to have been done through a physician. You had to pay thousands of dollars, and that's what made him, waive off his rights, because apparently they said there's a law that goes according to it. Now, later on down the line, the two lesbians divorce. The one, I'm guessing it was the dyke, that bitch split, just like a regular fucking man would, I suppose, trying to keep to those attributes. Anyway, she fucking dips. The other bitch who got stuck with the kid wants to have fucking what is it called? Holy shit. How am I drawing a blank at this very fucking moment? This bitch wanted some child support. But just recently, a few days ago, after years of fucking going back and forth, they finally ruled that he doesn't have to pay. And like in one aspect, I'm thinking, well, if you fucked someone and y'all came to the conclusion, the decision to have a child, and you're responsible. But when you're just donating shit, like, ain't that fucked for her to come after your ass only after the fucking dyke split? Like, that's fucked up, ain't it though? So speaking, I guess, the magic and wonders of cock and balls, Mohammed Abads is the guy who I mentioned earlier who had the bionic penis, and he finally, and I wanted to get more in depth in this story because it's just me out. It happened early this year. He was a part of the first, I guess, bionic or penile transmission, whatever the fuck you want to call it, procedure. And he finally got to lose his virginity after 43 years. He actually did it with some kind of prostitute, or as they call it, a sex worker from London. She was someone famous, and I'll get down to her name. But he had, I guess she charged like 100 and some euros an hour. But pretty much because she found out this was the guy, waived it for free. And apparently since that article, he's just been getting hit up constantly. Apparently he's had up to 50 sexual offers from intrigued women, wanting to see what that dick do. And I just started laughing that after, spending like 70,000 euros and going through 121 operations in the span of 4 years, now after having a dick and fucking loses his virginity, which unfortunately they weren't able, with all the technology, they still weren't able to get him to, I guess, to create sperm. But he's tired to use his dick. Actually works his 14 hours and but he's still apparently looking for a wife. So all you hoes that want to, jump that go gadget dick, just be ready. And yet, though, ain't time for that. What is these?
Oh, that's fucked up,
ain't it though? There's another story. Speaking of balls, and originally used to just smooth out frown lines and crow's feet, it was never going to be long before Botox is taken into other parts of the body. Well, usually associated with the frozen faces of women, it's now men's getting in on the Botox action. And it's not just for their faces. Now, men are now having Botox, the neurotoxin drug that temporarily paralyzes muscles, injected into the scrota. That's right, boy, the balls. I didn't think it was going to be like this, but the man's story about getting testicles stuck in an IKEA chair. Oh, wait, no, I said something else. Although it sounds bizarre, doctors predict that treatment, at least so-called scrotox, is going to become more popular in 2017. And I'm pretty sure that's from the help of fucking our president-elect. New York-based plastic surgeon Dr. John Mesa has performed scrotox on 15 men in the past year alone. Although he calls the procedures ball ironing, the effect of scrotox is much the same as regular Botox, or ironing for that matter, the removal of wrinkles, and the effect lasts for about 4 months. So over time, testicles develop wrinkles due to the changing temperatures. When it's warmer and the scrotum relaxes, and in the colder conditions they contract. But as well as soothing the skin, Dr. Mesa explained that the scrotox allows for testicles to hang down further and appear bigger, which is another attraction for many men. Now, that's one thing that I don't fucking get. Like, I'm not too sure. Like, to have that shit, like, it never seemed to me like, oh, you have bigger balls, you're badder. If anything, that meant like you have more sperm buildup, and you're not getting your proper ejaculation. Like, I would have never thought as a feature. I mean, and I never really asked for a girl to stare at my balls or to judge them, while she's down there. So I don't know what the appeal is, and it kind of makes me think of this line that Dave Chappelle said, and I forget if it was live in Fillmore or if it was the first joint after having the Dave Chappelle series blow off. No, it wasn't Kill 'Em Softly. It had to have been live at the Fillmore, because that's I remember where Richard Pryor is at. Anyways, he says this line where he goes, "Your balls are as smooth as eggs," and now that's gonna actually become a thing. What is this?
Oh, that's fucked up,
ain't it though? Alright, so I wanted to whip it out really quickly just to shit on my fellow man one last time before moving on to the ladies. 2 gentlemen in Northampton walk into some convenience store with a rooster, steal cases of Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. And there was nothing really to pinpoint on these gentlemen, because I guess they look like 2 regular douchey fucking hipsters, but they happen to have a rooster with them. There was no telling whether the rooster snitched on anybody, but definitely known accomplice. And then in Omaha, Nebraska, there was 3 14, 15-year-old kids here, freshmen, in a home ec class that fed their teacher semen. And I guess in the home ec class, they had to make some kind of like apple strudel, or whatever the fuck you call it. And they all jerked off before lunch and, gave the teacher a little ass. And then the only reason they got caught up, because apparently the teacher fucking damn near licked her fingers off this shit, was because they were talking about it, laughing about it, and another student snitched on them. Now this kind of takes me back to a situation in time where I was working in a call center, and a dude who worked part-time with me and then part-time at some fucking stoner Subway kind of thing. I forget what it's called, Toasted Subs or some kind of stoner shit. I forget what it's called, Blaze something. Anyways, guy takes lunch from work, brings it. We were working the overnight shift, and someone straight up just eats his sandwich and puts it back in the fridge, leaving him the wrapper and nothing else inside. Now, I'm not too sure if this happened 2 more times or not, but the fucking idiot homie of ours would leave his lunch there in the fridge because you figure it's going to be safe, and it keeps happening to him. I mean, there's no scratch off his back because, he gets them for free because he worked at the sandwich place, outside of work, but the principle of that being your lunch and feeling disrespected, we actually also had a similar situation where, a couple of us pitched in together, gave in our sperm. I think the dude was so pumped up for it, he actually did it twice, and he layered his sandwich full of 4 to 5 different types of sperm. And sure as shit, the motherfucker did it again, and this time instead of putting the food back in the fridge, must have figured out what he was eating or what she was eating, because it was then thrown in the garbage. And we saw that person had gotten a good 4 or 5 bites into it before trashing it. Is that fucked up? I don't know. Was that justice? I don't know. But was it well served in cold nature? Yes, it fucking was. Another shit, and I guess if the punishment fits the crime, but San Diego, some kind of prison county fuckers had snuck in phones, and apparently damn near every other motherfucker had a snuck in phone in that bitch, and they tried doing the mannequin challenge. It did not take long to figure out what the fuck they were doing, and once the shit landed on fucking YouTube, yeah, I'm pretty fucking sure motherfuckers got some trouble for that. What is this?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Ain't it though? To my ladies, I can't hear y'all. A woman is in a booking facility in Eau Claire County, and she was charged with arson after she had lit a roll of toilet paper on fire. With the lighter, she had hid it in a fold of her body fat. Now, they arrested the 37-year-old woman, Amber Koisler, back on December 5th after her girlfriend said that Koisler had struck her at home near the beach. And it's a damn shame that this fucking dyke got her fucking locked up. But apparently, when they tried to handcuff her, well, first they went into her house real savage. Like, it says that they busted into her door, or I guess apparently she was being hella combative, punching and kicking the door inside the patrol car. And when she got out in handcuffs, the deputies opened the door like to restrain her. They grabbed her cuffs as she was to use them as a weapon, and then a taser was deployed. However, it was not effective since one probe did not make contact. So deputies actually repealed the handcuffs, and pretty much this bitch was just being a hassle along the whole way. So she was like ready for war. And a short time later, the deputies smelled smoke and thought it could be like a result of electrical fire. And I'm not too sure if they were going to not do shit, thinking, okay, well, these bitches can burn for a little bit. But they took their time, and anyways, they started evacuating prisoners, and discovered that she had a set of a roll of toilet paper on the inside of their cell. And apparently they have video surveillance revealed that she had concealed a lighter in the roll of her body, and actually had the body fat in her ass and her buttocks. And she used it. When she retrieved it, she busted out the lighter and pretty much started the fire. I mean, no one was injured, but she got caught up. What is this?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Ain't it though? See, now I can kind of get it when you kind of give your last hurrah, your last little fuck you, kind of like to tip your hat and to wave the finger and scout and salutes and honor when nobody gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a matter of vengeance where you give your fuck you. Your fuck you can be in the most eloquent of places and speak poetry to others. But this bitch, Miss Stephanie Renee Lawson from Las Vegas, Nevada, this bitch had pretty much was posing as her ex-boyfriend on Facebook and sending herself threatening messages. And from this fake account, she would allegedly send 8 messages where she had threatened to beat and murder herself. Now, after reporting the fake messages to the police in Orange County, whatever the fuck detectives had pretty much were able to, because they got on his ass and trying to figure out what the hell was going on. But apparently she had used screenshots of the messages she sent herself in court while testifying to the witness stand, and investigators felt the need to look further into the case, just because, I mean, thank goodness. Anyways, that and it shows on here just her kind of going back and forth. But the one good thing that came from that deciding factor is that they acquired the warrants to search 13 mailable and through Facebook, and they're able to actually go through it. So luckily the charges against her ex fucking were dropped. But the fact that this bitch would fucking have the time, have the audacity, and I hate when people just do that in general. I've seen it. Some of my closest homegirls would show me just how they would fuck with their dude, and it should be no question as to why I really don't mess with that shit, and why truly it's been as a trap house and also as everything that trap house entails, from its fucking fiends to its pimps to its its abuses. It's meant to get you cut the fuck up. Fuck this bitch for doing that shit. I'm glad. What is this?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Ain't it though? All right, so I want to be able to mention, just to wrap it up here with the ladies, that there is a brand new product out there. All the rage. Everyone's buying it up this Christmas. And it's from Nordstrom. You know, you usually see very beautiful clothes, jewelry, and handbags. And they're trying to sell a rock for $85 that comes in a handmade leather pouch.
I don't know, and this is the description, by the way. I don't know if it's a paperweight, a conversation piece, a work of art. It's up to you. And according to this description, once again, it's from the actual retail website, has attached this amazing new product available for the very low price of $85. Now, his reviews were quick to point out, though, not only is the price outrageous, but the product itself is inconceivable, but the description isn't even accurate. And again, it says medium leather wrapped stone. So exactly as it is what it seems like to me. A medium leather wrapped stone. It's a fucking rock, man. Anyways, one of the reviews goes, and they gave this a 1 out of 5 stars. I ordered the leather wrapped stone as a gift for my beloved girlfriend, but when it arrived in the mail, I quickly noticed it was not as described. It clearly states that the stone was handmade, but upon inspection, one could easily discern many markings from factory machinery. I had it returned so they could ship me an authentic handmade stone. The leather was alright, so I kept it, and I found an organic GMO-free substitute in my garden to replace it while I wait for the new one to be shipped in the mail. Another one gave it 5 stars, and that is at its heading, and it said, "This is the perfect holster for your slapping stone. Even comes with a backup. It's a little pricey, but the sales lady told me the rock was made by hand. That's got to be difficult." Another comment labeled, "Great craftsmanship, but no instructions." As I have to, in this how the article or the review reads, has to say this is truly a beautiful product, but I had to send it back because there aren't any doggone instructions. I even know how to turn the flipping thing off. Like I said, I don't even know how to turn the flipping thing off. I know you millennials know how to do all the new techno stuff, but help some of us old guys out, would you? Another one said, chose this over food. As a single mother, it's often difficult to put food on the table for my 5 children. However, when I saw this piece of rock, I couldn't help it but to purchase this item. Yes, one of my family members will not eat this month. However, I have a piece of rock. The leather pouch wrapping the rock just as an added bonus. I can't believe this rock is made by hand, too. I always told rocks were made through thousands of years of erosion. Guess I was wrong. This goes to show how flawed our education system is. All of my children are homeschooled for this very reason. I would definitely recommend this piece of rock to all my friends and family. And one of the funnier shits, because just to kind of check on it, I wanted to see if there's any new reviews, and this one I think was probably the best one. And it is titled "Perfect, Just Perfect." I was so psyched when I saw this online because I immediately knew this is going to be the star Christmas gift for my 6 and 9-year-olds. What is not to like? It's organic, beautifully crafted, and it encourages open play. I was only worried that they might fight over it, so I ended up getting 2, and they complemented each other wonderfully. Can't wait to see my angels' faces when they open up a box a Christmas morning. This will definitely be a big hit in our family. So one of the funny things that I laughed about this is that, $85 is pretty steep for a fucking rock and a handmade leather pouch. So they actually had like a smaller version of it for only $65. So that was thoughtful of them. Anyway, so this next person priced, and this is what I was thinking too. Dang, you picked your snotty sister-in-law for Christmas, whatever those little things that you do, Secret Santas or purple elephants or some shit. And he goes, "This is a perfect gift for someone who deserves a lump of coal. Obviously, this would be rude, but luckily Nordstrom's has the item coal in disguise. You would rather buy coal, but this is the gift that says, I don't really like you." Someone else wrote, "Did you know when a male penguin falls in love with a female penguin, he searches the entire beach to find the perfect pebble to present to her. And when he finally finds it, he waddles over, places the pebble right in front of her, kind of like a proposal." Hipster, rich white bitches, that demographic, the shit that they try to sell you.
What is this?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Ain't it though?
News.
All right, so in the realm of giving, because that's definitely the season that we should be in. It shouldn't be of selfishness and all the rituals that they did back in the early days of the, what was it, clan to class or whatever, when the orgies popped off and the groups all they did was fucking and feast for a whole month. And as low as awesome as that would be,